What's good, yeah? It's Joel, and I'm coming back at y'all with another video. So with this video, we're doing a trade breakdown recap, I guess, of Monday, July 24th. So as always, with every trade video, we start with the Forex Factory breakdown. So here is the weekly overview from Forex Factory. So based on the news events that I'm seeing here, Monday is a fair day to trade, right? Nothing crazy. Same with Tuesday, right? These are both fine news events. However, when we get to Wednesday, we're seeing at 2 o'clock, you're seeing FOMC statement, and at 2:30, you're seeing FOMC press conference. So when it comes to FOMC, when we see the statement and the press conference, um, that's the major FOMC event that I stay away from. So typically on FOMC day, like for example, Wednesday morning, you'll see that generally price consolidates in the morning and then at either 2 or 2:30, I guess usually at 2:30, that's when you'll see price wick aggressively in both directions, typically clearing out both liquidity pools. So it really doesn't make sense for me to trade Wednesday morning. And usually the rest of the days that follow FOMC, for example, the Thursday and Friday, price usually moves a little bit funny. Um, usually don't really give the setups that I'm looking for. Price typically just trends in one direction. So that's why I really don't trade the day of FOMC or any days that follow FOMC. So Wednesday through Friday are non-trading days for me. So at least for this week, I'll do breakdowns of July 24th and the 25th. If you guys want to, you can check price on your own, right, for these days to see what I'm talking about, right? You can just use the same strategy that I'm using for today's session, right? So jumping into Monday the 24th, um, here we have this candle. This is the 8:15 to 8:30 candle, right? So from 8:30 we look left. So we find the most obvious swing high and swing low. So the first area that comes to mind are these two candles right here. Now, if you look at if you follow my cursor, right, if you look at the values that begin with H, right, this number right here, this is the high. So I'm basically going to hover my mouse over these two bullish candles right here to see if they're equal highs or if one is actually higher than the other, right? Because then in that case, it'll give us a swing high. So if we look at this small candle here, you're seeing the high is 482 and the candle to the left of it is 4821. So technically this candle right here is taller than the candle to the right and obviously bigger than the candle to the left. This would technically be our swing high. Um, yep, right here. So what I'll also do is I'll compare it to this black candle here because they could also be equal highs, but let me just see. The high is 482.2. All right, so this candle stands alone. Oops. So this will be our buy side liquidity. Um, and if we also jump down to the 1 minute time frame, right, you're also able to see that this candle, right, this high is higher than this high, and this high is lower than this high right here, right? So I'll just highlight that for you guys as well, right? You're seeing that they're not equal highs, all virtually equal highs, but you guys get the idea. This candle stands out by itself. Um, so now time to mark the sell side liquidity. So from this point, we look left, right? And then the most obvious swing low would be this low down here, which is on an island by itself. So two most obvious swing highs and swing lows. So now, once we have that marked, right, we can now begin from 8:30 onward to see what happens. So this is a reminder, beginning at 8:30, that's when the stop hunt begins. So we would ideally like to see a liquidity pool get purged, either the buy side or sell side liquidity get tapped into. It doesn't have to happen at 8:30. It can happen after 9:30. We definitely want to see it after 9:30. But if it happens prior to 9:30, we wanted to see it before the 8:30 9:30 window. So right now, this is 9:29. So this is the candle 9:29 to 9:30. So now, beginning on the next candle, this would be the 9:30 open. So boom, right? 9:30 open. This is the stock New York Stock Exchange open at 9:30. So this is why you're seeing all the volume enter the marketplace. And then it clearly shoots right into buy side liquidity, which is exactly what we want to see, right? So here we will mark it with the blue eyeball, letting us know that buy side liquidity was taken. And once a liquidity pool is taken, we like to mark the last point of structure, right? So this is the last swing low before the push up. So at this point, either we want to see a break of structure breaking this level, or we want to see a push higher, leaving another swing low. So then we could like keep stalking price until it breaks lower. So instantly, right, I am bearish. I have a bearish bias. I'm only looking for sells. I'm not interested in any buys. So at this point, right, we're just watching price. Boom, right? So you're seeing this high gets cleared with this candle, leaving another obvious low at this level. So once again, the high gets cleared. So now either we want to see price, push up again, leaving another swing low so we can move our light bulb to mark the structure, or we want to see an aggressive push down, breaking this level and leaving a fair value gap in order for us to take an entry, right? If there's no fair value gap that's left, then there's no entry. So we'll just keep watching price. Boom, right? So you guys can clearly see, right, this level right here clearly gets taken, right? And with this move down, this push, do we see a fair value gap? No, we don't, right? There's no gap. There's literally nothing in the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. Well, 3 minute looks like there's something, but right now there's absolutely nothing. So at a point like this, I am literally waiting for another push above, right? I want to see price come up, clear this high again, and then break structure, leaving a fair value gap to let us take it to sell, right? Because this would be our final target, the opposing liquidity pool. So right now, there's no fair value gap. Once again, right, just as a reminder, we're looking for a fair value gap within this range here. As of right now, this is the displacement low to the displacement high, right? This is the last um, I guess price leg before the break of structure. So we would need a fair value gap to form within this range. Otherwise, it wouldn't fit our confirmations, right? So same idea here. Nothing on the 1 minute, no gaps on the 2 minute, possibly on the 3 minute, but we'll just have to see what happens with price, right? Another push. Um, Alright, so no gap on a 3 minute, no gap on a 2 minute, no gap on a 1 minute. So no gaps. So um we're, we need to see price push above, make a new high, and then break structure again in order for us to even consider a trade. So at this point, there's really nothing for us to do. We just need to sit still, right? Because we need price to break above this level since there was no fair value gap that was left. So if I just keep fast forwarding, you do see an aggressive move down, right? But once again, we're just sitting, we're being patient, there's nothing for us to do. And then boom, you see this aggressive bearish candle smash the sell side liquidity. So um, Monday, July 24th, right? This was the 9:30 open, and then the candle right here was 9:51. So pretty much 20 minutes after the 9:30 open is when price attacked. At the 9:30 open, it attacked buy side liquidity, and then 20 minutes later, it basically slashed into sell side. So basically, both liquidity pools were taken, and price never delivered us an entry, which is perfectly fine, right? This is just one of these trading days where, like, you know, price did exactly what we anticipated as far as like attacking both liquidity pools. This was just a matter of price not delivering us an entry, which is perfectly fine, right? This is where um, you have to be patient as a trader, right, and follow your rules because your rules are your guidebook, right, and it's what helps you be successful in this market. So even though this was a case where price, you know, did eventually break structure and hit the target, right? There was never any fair value gap, right? There's no gaps in price. You're just seeing wicks cover all the bodies, right? Price never delivered us a gap in order for us to take an entry for a sell. So there was never anything for us to do on this trading day. But I just wanted to showcase this for you guys because this is a trading day that I would be behind the computer for. And then instantly once I see both the equity pools get taken, then that's it. The day's over, right? There's nothing else for me to do, right? It's just a matter of, stepping away and then showing up the next day, right? So once at 9:50, 9:51, this sell side liquidity gets taken, I'm basically closing my trading view and I'm just gonna show up the next day, right? So being a profitable trader is just following your rules, following your strategy, um, and knowing that, eventually a setup will appear, it will materialize and deliver you an opportunity to enter and, be able to profit. Um, this was just a day where that wasn't the case. So there's no reason to get discouraged. There's no reason to feel impatient. There's no reason to get any sort of FOMO of like, oh, well, price is moving down. I gotta, I see this aggressive bearish candle, like I gotta jump in, right? Like for me, I'm gonna follow my strategies, and if my rules are met, right, my rules appear, right. You see my confirmation at the top right. Number four, it says a fair value gap, which it never delivered a fair value gap, right? If I don't meet these confirmations, then I'm just not taking the trade, and it's that simple. Um, so that's pretty much the breakdown for Monday, July 24th. Definitely a shorter video than most, but just wanted to provide that breakdown for you guys. So you guys can also, so you can see trading days, right? Days where I win, days where I lose, and then also trading days where uh, price does operate how we anticipated, right? Taking out both liquidity pools, but not necessarily giving us the entry, right? And these are days where you just got to know exactly what to do, right? And in a day like this, right, I know exactly, um, my procedure is basically to do nothing, right? I just there's nothing for me to enter, no entry, right? So if there's no entry, there's no trade, and it's just that simple. So I'm gonna follow my rules, and my rules is what's gonna lead me to success here in this industry. That pretty much sums up the recap video for NAS100 on Monday, July 24th. If you found this helpful, do leave a like, subscribe, comment, share this video with anyone who you feel would benefit from this video. And that was the full breakdown for you. So I hope you found that helpful. Once again, this is Joel, and I'm out. Peace.